Sean, I'm going to start by asking you a question, and it's somewhat rhetorical, but do we hold ourselves to a high standard on this show? Are we kind of cake eaters and bougie when it comes to our taste in all things, but particularly when it comes to what we expect out of good sports teams?
I do. I think we hold. Wait, do we hold ourselves to a high standard?
No, we don't hold ourselves to that
Yeah, I was going to say,
standard.
no, we definitely do not hold ourselves to a high standard.
I didn't even shower today. My hair still somehow works. That's neat. I look haggard. I look like crap. The Hawaiian shirt's fun. It's not ironed. Like, we don't hold ourselves to it. We're sports talk show hosts, right?
Yeah.
We don't actually, contribute to society in any meaningful way.
Arguably hurt society.
It definitely hurts society. It's not even arguable. That said, occasionally we have to hold people to the fire.
Oh, yeah, we do that.
Keep them accountable. Is it hypocritical? Maybe. It's June. It's early. We got that out of the way, right? Okay. I haven't been this mad at a regular season Astros loss in I can't remember. Because, yeah, they only lost 3-2 to the Toronto Blue Jays last night, losing a 4-game series 3-1, losing the regular season series with the Blue Jays as well. It's not just that. It's the way that they did it. It's one of the most obnoxious losses I can remember because they lost this game entirely on their own. And they looked, to be perfectly honest, more like losers than the defending World Series champions. So let's just go through it. And it all started in the 5th inning. Not sure what the hell was going on in Framber Valdez's mind, but Valdez walks 3 guys in the 5th. He's clearly not all there. He's trying to get through it. The bases are loaded. A ground ball comes his way. And instead of going for a force out at home, he decides to try to play hero ball as a pitcher.
Ground ball slowly hit. Framber will go to second. They get the out there. The turn not in time. Framber could have come home. He elected to try and turn 2, and it cost him a run. It's now a 2-1 game.
There's 1 out. They get out of the inning if they get the 2 outs. So I'm not entirely mad at Framber for that, but he hesitated for a moment before he threw the ball to second base because they had to get over to cover the back. He should have gone home there. What happened almost immediately afterwards was this moment where Jake Myers has a fly ball hit to him that I don't know if it's routine. You're playing in the Sky Dome. I'm imagining it's difficult looking up into a dome, picking up the ball. But the angle he took on the ball, he misplayed it, and this happened.
1-0 pitch is hit in the air deep to center field. Jake all the way back. He reaches up, and it's over his head and over the wall. That'll be a double to tie the game. Jake overran it by a little bit as the ball ended up behind him. And it's now a 2-2 game.
Goes from being 2-0 to 2-2 there. And the Astros got all of their offense really early. It was an Alex Bregman home run, and a little bit later that inning, another run that was pushed across the plate. So those 2 moments, isolated blips, right? Just bad moments defensively. They happen. It sucks when they both happen in the same inning. But it got worse. There's 2 on. There's no outs in the 7th inning. And I have no idea what the hell was going on with Jose Abreu here.
That one's... Oh, well, Abreu's caught off second. That is not good. Jose Abreu was caught well off second base on a pitch that was called a ball that looked like a strike. But that is a big out for the Astros here in a 1-run game in the 7th.
Rally killed. They're down 3-2, and Jose Abreu effed it up right there. And I made the joke online. Well, at least he slid into third base in a, situation where he actually needs to slide as opposed to going back to the dugout for the Astros after the one home run that he's hit this year against the Oakland A's. But, dude, even if you had 2 hits in the game, inexcusable. Like, you are one of the people that you cannot afford to bleep up. So you've got that. And then you have this moment. No outs, 8th inning. Our guy, Jeremy Pena, in his second year, you would assume a guy who's going to go all out at all times, hits a ground ball. He doesn't run it out. Guess what? He would have been safe with no outs on first had he run it out.
This one tapped back to the mound. Jumping catch by Swanson. His throw's wide. Jeremy's still going to be out. Vlad Guerrero Jr. made the adjustment and came back to get the bag ahead of Pena for the first out of the 8th inning. That was the call by Scott Berry at first.
If it was just Framber and Jake effing up last night, I honestly wouldn't be that upset. If it was just Jose Abreu, that's an easy target. But even Jeremy Pena's in on this. Last night was inexcusable. And it's one of those moments where you hope that Dusty Baker changed his tone after the game. You don't expect Dusty Baker to do that probably, right? But I don't know. For me, I would prefer George Knox, played by Danny Glover in the best baseball movie ever made, Angels in the Outfield. I hope that Danny Glover, his spirit, manifested itself in Dusty just for after last night's game, because they deserve to be yelled at for that just ass-bag performance that they put together. Stupid, 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 stupid. George Knox, take it away.
Bummer. One more loss. One more loss, which could have been a win. You call yourselves professionals. I have never, ever seen a worse group of 25 players. You don't think as a team. You don't play as a team. You don't even lose as a team. You all got your heads so far up your butts, you can't even see the light of day. One more loss and I'll do this. Each and every one of you. I want you here in uniform at 9 tomorrow.
We're going back to fundamentals.
Fundamentals.
In the middle of the season?
In the middle of the season?
I thought the game started at 1.
It does start
at 1.
And you're a jackass. I can quote that entire movie if I wanted to. Look, might sound like an extreme reaction to last night's game. I don't think it is. Last night was embarrassing. They're better than this. They have to be held to a higher standard. And yeah, we are very appreciative of everything that the Houston Astros have done over the entirety of this run. We are. This is the greatest run in Houston sports history. And this is just a random night, June 8th of 2023. But Jesus, that was a effing embarrassment last night. It was. There's no excuses for it. You lost that game because you pissed your pants, pooped your pants, puked yourself. Take your pick. Embarrassing. You're better than this. And moments like that, they can manifest. That can add up. I hope they're all looking at themselves in the mirror. No excuse for that game last night. None. Embarrassing.
Yeah, like you said, like the Fromber and Myers thing, that like innings get out of hand. Like that was just like an out of hand inning where Fromber obviously, like you said, was like all the mental strength coach stuff. He was really putting it all to work and he was trying to overcome a lot there. Jake Myers overruns a ball. Not great, but those kind of innings happen and normally the Astros respond.
Right.
This time, like, I mean, I don't know if you said it, but you have it in the rundown. The Astros played like losers.
They did.
They made losing baseball plays over and over for the rest of the game after that point.
Sean, this is a winning baseball team. And as you said, they played like losers. And this is one of those things where you would expect them to normally pick themselves up in the moment. And maybe if it's a playoff game, they do. And again, it's a game in June. I get it. But games like this need to be called out. Completely unacceptable on all accounts. That was a lollygagged performance. And if we're talking about the Houston Astros trying to win the American League West, trying to get that ever-important first-round bye, I mean, that's not helping you. That is one game that I think you can actually pin it on effort and just awareness. They played like a team of rookies. And this is a team that has more than been there and done that. And there's something actually even worse coming out of a game where the Astros, with their third straight loss to the Toronto Blue Jays, now find themselves 5 games back in the American League West. 2 developments yesterday. Not great, Bob. I mean, every single Lance McCullers update is essentially just the worst. Dana Brown said Lance McCullers will have an MRI today. They'll know more next week on his future. A question. Let's be honest here. Are we going to know more about Lance McCullers' future next week? Are we actually going to know more? The answer is no. It'll probably be something else. But man, what if he doesn't pitch the rest of the year? Like I'm again, a couple of weeks ago I said I'm not a 10% when it comes to Lance McCullers pitching again this season. 10%. I'm just assuming the worst. You'll never be disappointed in life that way. The other problem that we had in yesterday's game, Yordan Alvarez looked like he tweaked an ankle coming out of the batter's box. That per noted sports doctor Jeremy Branham on Twitter. Saw that from him, and I was like, oh, okay, it must be an ankle injury. But then the Astros told the Astros team broadcast and everybody that was up in the press box that it was an oblique injury. I looked up oblique injuries for baseball players, and wouldn't you know it, MLB.com actually has a page specifically for oblique strains. The oblique muscles lie alongside the rectus abdominis muscles, makes up the six-pack, and are responsible for core rotation and rotation. Yeah, everyone knows that. Paul Gallant's core, pretty damn good. Pilates, they help. Should the Astros do Pilates, seeing as Jose Altuve was just dealing with oblique injuries? I can't say. Do I know a bunch of Pilates Illuminati folks, gals here in Houston? I do. Interesting. Like all muscle strains, the oblique strain is broken down into 3 grades. Grade 1, mild strain. Grade 2, moderate. Grade 3, severe strain in which the muscle ruptures. Ugh. While some mild oblique strains can be resolved in just a few days, severe strains can require surgery with a recovery time of 3 to 4 months. Jesus. So is that what we're dealing with Yordan Alvarez right now? Listen, I'm in a bad place with the Astros after last night. That was an absolute embarrassment of a loss because of all the dumb things that they did there. Framber Valdez playing hero ball. Jake Myers forgetting how to field a ball. Jose Abreu getting caught off a second. Why? Again, I have no idea why. By the catcher of all people. And then on top of that, like our guy, Jeremy Pena, not running it out. Should I have made a song about Jeremy Pena not running it out? Jeremy Pena half-assed it today. Jeremy Pena, for that moment he must pay. Jeremy Pena, what the bleep? Jeremy Pena, what the bleep? Jeremy Pena, suspended today. And I mean, he just had the night off. After going he had 7 strikeouts the 2 games before. He gets a night off, he comes back, he does that. What the hell, man? What are you doing?
Yeah, he's definitely got to be a better man there.